Well, what's up, baby?
Jelly, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up, dog? Hey, forgive any background noise. I'm on a bus. And it's always one, they're always rattling and rocking, and two, there's always people on them.
That's all right, man. I appreciate you taking some time in the middle of your day to check in. I know that it's been a busy few weeks for you, and I'm bummed out we couldn't do this last week because I was in your neck of the woods over the weekend for a wedding. I was down in Nashville, Spring Hill, Franklin area, and I had hoped.
Oh my God!
I know. I had hoped that we could
bar hopping.
I wish we could have hopped on and done this before because I know you would have had the spots to go. You could have given me some recommendations as to restaurants and bars and strip clubs. I know you're like the mayor of Nashville.
Yeah, yes, dude. I could have got anytime you ever come to Nashville, hit me up. I'll take you to all the good spots.
It's been a pretty amazing year for you already. For starters, you currently have, as of right now, the number 2 song at rock radio, and by the end of this. I think if things go the way that I think they will, you will have a number 1 song by this time next week, which is
listen, stop it. Don't even get me excited. I'll throw my phone out the window right now. I swear, just thinking about it's crazy, dude. It's one, I'm from a town where, first of all, having a number 1 is such a prestigious thing in any genre. 2, I'm from a town where everybody on Music Row and publishing houses put up their little signs for their number 1s on country radio. And they always look like little headshots for real estate agents. And I've made a decision that we get the first rock number 1 on Music Row. I'm putting a sign in front of my publishing house, flipping up a bird. It's going to be so awesome. It's going to be great.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know the country side of things very well, but you also have a song over on country radio that's doing well. So you have the chance, possibly, if things continue to go well there, you have the chance to have a number 1 record over there too. Would you also flip the birds if you get a country number 1?
Oh, absolutely. For sure, man. This is unreal. It's so cool. I think my favorite part of that story is that both of the songs are on the same album and they don't feel weird against each other. Meaning, like, when you listen to them in order of the record, Dead Man Walking's how I start my album because I wanted people to know that this was rock and roll out the gate. So that's how we started the album. And if I remember right, I think Son of a Sinner is like the 3rd song. So the segue in between the two is very small, but they flow so fluid together, man. It just feels right.
I've listened to the album a few different times, and you're right. The flow of the album is fantastic. And it's an album that I remember you tweeting out. It may still be pinned on your Twitter that you were nervous when you released this album, Ballads of the Broken, because it was the first album where you have one verse in it, and that's it. It's a rock album. It's a country album. And you were nervous about that to start.
Yeah, no, I was definitely nervous because over the years it started as everything was just rap, and then it'd be just rap and I would sing the chorus, and then it'd be just rap and I'd sing the chorus and I'd sing the bridge, and then I'd have a song or 2 on the album where I would just sing, right? And then I was like, you know what, man, it's time to quit playing says and how I feel, and let's just drop this record. I put the 1 rap verse on there, and between me and you, it was by default because I was hoping to get a feature on there, and I couldn't nail the feature down in my timeline. And I won't say who it is, so I don't want to put them on Front Street. But if the feature would have came through, I wouldn't have even had one.
It's interesting to hear that, and I'm curious now that the album's been out for a few months. Are you less nervous now on the rock side of things, having the success you've seen and seeing the crowds go nuts at your shows? I mean, I remember seeing you at Rock on the Range Sonic Temple early on. You played an early set on one of the side stages, and I remember seeing you on the bill. I was like, well, that's interesting. They always have hip hop artists on here. But now if you were to play one of those big festivals, you wouldn't be out of place at all. You fit right in.
No, it's crazy. And I'm going to play their Incarceration this year, which I think is kind of what Rock on the Range and Sonic Temple have morphed into. And I'll be there. I'll be at Louder Than Life. I'll be at Rocklahoma. I'll be at the Blue Ridge Rock Festival. I'll be at Aftershock. I think we're playing everything but Rockville. Welcome to Rockville. We're playing Rockfest in Wisconsin. We're playing Point. What we do, I just played down in Tampa and Orlando, Earth Day, Birthday. So we've been just killing it, man. It's been so awesome. And we played a couple of country music festivals. And my favorite part of this is I didn't change the set list for either. Just be who you are, man. Just be who you are.
I was going to ask if you switch it up at all, because you have so many different things you could do, you know, whether it's hip hop or country or rock, or if you just go in, you walk in and you play what you're going to play because that's who you are. I mean, I think in 2022, the idea of genres is over. You don't have to be, if you're a rock fan, you're a rock fan, and that's it. You're a country fan, you're a country fan, that's it. There are going to be those shows where you're going to play here in Auburn with Struggle Jennings in July, and then you're going to play, you know, rock shows, and you're going to play, you know, it's going to be, everybody comes together now. It's not where you have to stick to one side.
No, it's awesome, man. It's been awesome to see music finally blend that way as well. It's been a great joy, and I'm glad to be on the forefront of it, to be honest, man. I love I just want to make music, man. I just want to make music that helps people. I want to write songs from the soul, for the soul, real music for real people, and wherever it lands, let it land. You know what I mean?
That's my understanding. When you're not out on the road, you're working on your next album. I was on a Zoom call with you and some other radio people not too long ago, and you said that the next album is going to be even more rock than Ballads for the Broken. Is, as you're working on that album, have you found that it is going to be more of a rock album?
Yeah, for sure. What I'm trying to decipher now is whether or not I'm going to mix it up like I always do, or be more direct in dropping 2 projects this year, and one being the rock side of what I do and one being the more country leaning side. But I haven't even thought about it yet. I just keep writing songs, but I know that I got some songs in my phone right now that are heavy. I mean, they are heavy, dude. They make ballad. They make Dead Man Walk and seem soft.
Really? It's it'll be interesting to hear that, because Dead Man Walking has been such a big song for you and introduced you to a whole new audience. When do you have any idea when we might hear some of the new stuff from that album? I know Ballad just came out like 6, 7, 8 months ago, so I know it might be a little bit, but are we close to hearing new music?
Oh yeah, in the fall. The only thing I've been waiting on is to let Ballads of the Broken run its course and let Dead Man Walk and do what it's going to do, and Son of a Sinner, and they're both doing so great that we're just kind of waiting it out. But trust me, I promise you, man, I have a phone full of songs. I mean, full of songs. If we were in person right now, as soon as we quit recording, you would be tortured for 30, 40 minutes listening to songs. No, because I'm that guy that's so proud of these songs I got. I'm just ready to plug my auxiliary cable up anywhere, anytime.
So you're not somebody who wants to hold on to these things until you put them out for everybody. You want to play them for anyone who will listen right now.
Oh, yes, absolutely, man. I am the kid who just wants everybody to see the picture he painted.
Before we talk about your summer plans, and we mentioned that show here in Auburn on July 29th, I need to ask you about a situation a couple of weeks ago where you played 2 shows in one day. You played the show in Orlando that you just mentioned, and then you hopped on a plane and you went to Mississippi to play Biloxi in the same night. There were people that were concerned. They're like, how are you doing this? That's 2 shows in one day. It's been done before, not often, but you made it happen.
Dude, listen, man, it was, I wouldn't have missed it for the world. We had already agreed to headline the Crawfish Festival in Biloxi, Mississippi. And then we had got a call about Earth Day birthday. And they've been so good to us down there in Florida. I was just like, look, man, we got to figure out a way to make this happen. I don't care what it costs me or at what cost it comes. I want to do this. And, they were like, if that's what you want to do, we'll figure it out. And I love Earth Day birthday and all my Orlando family. I got, I think 4 members of my band that are based out of Orlando, and it was a big deal to them. So I was like, I got to go, we got to go figure this out. It was awesome. It was a great day, dude. We absolutely rocked Earth Day birthday, and then came and absolutely rocked the Crawfish Festival. What I was the most excited about was we didn't lose no energy. I mean, everybody was up on their high horse. I will say this, I slept like a kitten. I slept like a puppy. I did. I went to sleep and slept like a dog, man. It was awesome.
So how much time did you have between the end of one set and getting to Mississippi on that chartered jet? How much time between the 2? Did you have time to sort of sit, chill out, sort of, get back up for the show? Or was it you walked off the plane and you were going on stage?
No, we did have like a 2-hour buffer, which was awesome. We all sat down and ate as a band and then kind of cooled out. I took 2 showers that day. I took a shower because Earth Day birthday was Orlando hot. So I washed off my sins from Orlando and then did the Biloxi show and washed off my sins from Mississippi. And I crawled in my bunk on that bus and slept dude, I hadn't slept like that in a while.
Now, you've only got one show here in mid-Michigan. That'll be July 29th in Auburn at Auburn Park with Struggle Jennings and Chase Matthew, just one show that day. What's it like being in front of these crowds? Be playing like an Earth Day birthday, you're playing in front of a rock crowd. They know what to expect. But when you play these headlining shows, you have the fans that have been with you since the beginning that are the hip-hop fans. You have the fans that maybe are just learning about Jelly with Dead Man Walking. You have the country fans that are coming in from Son of a Sinner. What's it like to perform in front of all those people, bringing them all together for one sort of commonality, one night for everybody to come together?
For me, it's a healing experience. I tell people it's not a concert. It's a family reunion of people healing together, right? It is a direct thing of people coming together and being together. And I'm telling you, man, I can't wait for you to see it. And I hope you see me more than that time this year, because it's the same set everywhere we go. It doesn't matter if it's Earth Day, Birthday, Rocklahoma, or Tortuga. It's the same set, man. We'll change up little things just because we're kind of one of those bands that changes the set list up a little bit every night anyways, just to keep it fresh. I hate when stuff becomes programmed, when artists lose the feeling of the music and it just becomes so programmed. But yeah, man, it's incredible.
It isn't too long after you play here in Auburn at Auburn Park that you'll go out on the road with Shinedown. And let's be honest, Shinedown could take out anyone they want with them. So has to feel pretty amazing that Brent and Zach said, you know what, let's take Jelly Roll out on this tour, because that show is going to be huge.
Dude, first of all, I have been a Shinedown fan as long as they've been a band. I remember how much 45 and Second Chance helped me, I'll never forget the first time I heard their Simple Man cover and how I was just like, dude, this is absolutely mind-blowing good. I still think Brent Smith is like top 5 vocalist ever. He just does it so effortless. He is such a professional, just such a beautiful voice. He never misses. I've seen him live quite a few times now. Never misses, dude. He is just sharp as an axe all the time. If I had half of his batting average and being sharp, I would consider it crushing. I'm saying, for sure.
What was it like sharing the stage with those guys when you did it's been popping up. It's been going viral again relatively recently when you performed with them at the Blue Ridge Rock Fest. I believe it was last year, 2 years ago. What's it like, being on stage with those guys and seeing the crowd for a band like that?
Oh, first of all, they performed to seas of people every night. Second of all, I was nervous, and I don't get nervous. I always get butterflies before a show, but I was like genuinely nervous, man, because Brent is just such a good vocalist, and Zach's just such a great guitarist, and Barry is just, they're just all so incredible in their own regard. And I was just genuinely nervous to sing next to Brent because I was like, there's just no way this is going to work out in my favor. But it worked out great, man, and the clip went viral a few times. And I think that's kind of what made the tour happen, to be honest. I think they've seen the way people react because, over the years, they've brought a lot of people on there because they're one of those OG bands that want to reach back. So they brought a lot of people on the stage with them. And I just think the way ours resonated was special.
What do you hope to learn spending a few weeks out on the road with Shinedown later this summer? Because I realize you've been at this for a while, but getting to go out with a band like Shinedown, a machine like Shinedown, I'm sure you're going to learn some things.
Dude, I told somebody I didn't just sign up for the tour to go play. I signed up for this tour to take notes. They're an absolute machine, like you said. I'm going to stand side stage every night, watch every part of their set, every transition. I'm going to try to wake up early and watch how they load in and load out, the kind of crew they hired. They've got it completely figured out, man.
If the solo shows weren't enough, if the tour with Shinedown wasn't enough, you haven't announced it just yet, but you've teased it on Twitter that you are going to be announcing your biggest hometown show in Nashville very, very soon. What's it like for you to go back home to play these shows? Even though you haven't announced it yet, I'm sure it's going to be massive. What's it like for Jelly Roll to go back and play Nashville?
Well, I came up in an era where you had to win your city over first. Like long before the internet, rock bands and rappers and even country artists had to win their region, right? You couldn't just, you had to come with something and go, hey, man, this guy's selling out. Jason Aldean was selling out clubs in Macon, Georgia before he was signed to a label in Nashville, right? and it just kind of Brantley Gilbert was the same thing. And you didn't have the power of the internet, so your city had to back you first. And I've been blessed that Nashville has always backed me. And I will then say, after all, say I am nervous. This show is going to be larger than life. I am petrified. You know, when we say I am shooting for the moon. I am shooting for the moon, baby. It is going to be nuts.
Well, I'm looking forward to that announcement. I'm sure you'll be announcing more details on that soon. And we are looking forward to July 29th here at Auburn Park in mid-Michigan. Not exactly the backyard of me. I've seen different interviews where you talk about, you compare yourself to Kid Rock and what you do. And Kid Rock is from Michigan, ICP down in Detroit. Motown and Bob Seger and Alice Cooper and all that. We're excited to have you here on July 29th. For those that haven't been to a Jelly Roll show, tell people why they need to be at the show, why they should be buying their tickets for July 29th right now.
Man, this is a family. It's not like a concert. This is truly a family of people together. This is a group of, when you get the experience of everybody feeling the same way, it's the most beautiful, because it's not just what they're singing, it's what they're feeling. Some music's meant to be heard and some music's meant to be felt. And I focus on making music you can feel. This is deeper than just singing words together. This is creating a genuine feeling.
And having listened to the album, having listened to Ballads for the Broken, I can get that feeling. It's a truly personal album. You get that feeling. I'm sure you get it when you're at a show as well. And we're just a couple of months away from Jelly Roll coming to Auburn before going out on that Shinedown tour. Man, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk. And hopefully next week, we'll be talking about Jelly Roll as a #1 song having rock artist in the country. That would be amazing.
Man, I hope so, brother. And listen, I think I seen you on Twitter last night. I'm going to shoot you a line on Twitter, man, and make sure we connect. Because next time you're in Nashville, at least I'll give you some recommendations. I'll give you all the spots. So you don't got to go through all the touristy crap. I'll show you where it's popping at off the block. So we'll get you in the cool spots, man. Make sure you go to the right places.
All right, Jelly. I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
Nah, dude, thank you for your time, brother. And thank you for supporting the record, baby. Dead Man Walking, let's go.